Hello, everybody. Welcome to our joint budgeting session. So, with the launching of our DAO, what we've been doing right now is we've been developing some of these social processes in order to develop a strong integrity DAO that is eventually going to run on code. So, all of these processes right now we're building as manual processes of consensus, and we're doing it publicly and transparently so that you can all monitor and see in real time exactly what our budgets are, how we're ratifying everything, and the consensus. And then as we get more advanced and all of the social architecture becomes more matured, when we get closer to the 7.0 full DAO release, where we actually have the fund allocation done via a vote on the blockchain, we're also going to be adding similar concepts to this consensus process here, where the budgeting is all going to be fully automated, cryptographic, and so on and so forth. So welcome to this first session. It's going to be fairly quick. We want to keep it lean and mean. We got lots of stuff to do. So we're going to be just doing on a branch level. So we've got the ambassador branch, the developer branch, and then the judicial. Me, I'm representing, kind of facilitating for the judicial branch. For those that don't know, judicial has no power. It's just kind of a membrane between ambassadors and developers, helps resolve disputes. There's 3 starfishes. The starfish has the 5 arms. So there's a developer starfish, an ambassador starfish, and a judicial starfish. Joining on this call as well, we have Francisco. He works on the judicial side. He does all the budgeting and accounting. So he has joined us in a judicial capacity. This time I am leading it on a judicial level, but I would like to get Carolyn Seckler, who's also in the judicial arm, because she's not generally involved on the day-to-days. So I would like to get her for the next one to join us to lead it so that we can have somebody that's not involved in facilitating these budgeting processes. So without further ado, let me introduce the mining arms and the developer arms the developer arms and the ambassador arms. And then from there, we are going to outline the budget. We're also going to outline exactly how much our income is and our reserves are and what the financial forecast looks like. I'm sure some of you are wondering, hey, how are they doing with the price down? I'll just be completely honest. We have been in way worse positions and we've built Tritium under way worse positions. So we have learned a lot along the way. Make hay while the sun shines. That's what we've been doing. So we're doing pretty decent for budget. We have quite a bit. We have about 300,000 Nexus in reserve. We have about 120,000 Nexus incoming per month. So currently, over the last quarter, we operated at around 12,000 Nexus. So now we are bumping this up and we're moving it up higher. So we are, 15, 30, 45. Okay, perfect. So we are 70. That's right. Just making sure I got everything right. Okay, so we have the mining arm. The mining arm handles developing all of the mining infrastructure. They've just done a lot of incredible stuff. We're going to give all the updates on what each arm's been up to on the next Zoom. This is just to discuss the basic roles. So the mining arm has requested 15,000 Nexus. Interface arm, the mining arm is chaired by Andrew Hatstat, or El Jefe on Telegram. The interface arm is chaired by Ki Huang. You can see him there. He is Christo on Telegram. The logical arm is chaired by Kendall Cormany, and you can see him right there. And then the Tau arm is chaired by me. So we have 15,000 Nexus requested for the mining, 15,000 for the interface, 15,000 for the logical, and 35,000 for the Tau arm. So collectively, that creates an 80,000 Nexus requested budget. Then on the ambassador side, the ambassador branch, we have the communications arm, and that is chaired by Paul Limonari, and they have requested 15,000 Nexus. We have the relationships arm, that is chaired by Giddy or Guillermo, and that is 15,000 Nexus. We have the media arm that is chaired by Levente Kovacs. Did I say it right? I did? Sweet. Cool. Or we can just call him Themad Blacksmith. He's our Themad. All right, so the media arm's been kicking butt. They're doing 15,000, and then we have interactions arm. That's another 15,000, and impressions arm. That's another 15,000. So collectively, that would be 75,000 Nexus. So we're at a pretty close, even split with developer ambassador requests. So altogether, the collective budget is 155,000 Nexus. With an income of 120,000 Nexus, that would bring a deficit of 35,000 Nexus, which is about 1 year's worth of reserve. If we continue at this price, we can continue operating at the capacity that we're at. From what I see, I estimate, it's hard to quantify, but there's about 40 people that are operating, 30 to 40 people, including developers, maybe a little bit above that. So it's We're doing pretty good, and there's a lot of things moving. We're really excited to share some of the things on our newest Zoom. So this is just a formal process for communicating budgets that we have all derived between each other so that you can know how that's all being allocated. Each one of these sig chains, each one of these arms has their own sig chain you can audit, so you can verify the income into each one of these, and you can also verify, how much that we're burning. Impressions is working on some embassy health pages as well. That's going to allow you to real-time monitor what the health of each specific embassy is, what the incomings are, what the outgoings are, how much reserve. So every arm has their own reserve as well. So if they don't spend everything in 1 month, then they have their own they build up to, and then there's the main embassy reserve. So without further ado, we are ratifying this budget of 155,000 Nexus between all of the arms. Does everybody agree on for the ambassadors and developers? For 145,000, that would be a split of 80,000 Nexus to the developers and 75,000 Nexus to ambassadors. Just say a yay or nay. I guess we can start from left to right. Levante, do you yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay. Arun?
Yay.
Key?
Yes. Yay.
Giddy?
Yay. Yay.
Kendall?
Yay.
Paul?
Yay.
Amanda?
Yay.
Andrew?
Yay.
Okay. Does anybody have anything that they would like to bring to attention at the point in relation to budgets? Anything that you would like to discuss openly in forum with the community? Objections, issues, challenges, anything? Because this is also another forum too to bring anything to light in the time of consensus related to budgets. Like if you think somebody's budget's too much or little or whatever. But everybody said yays, but just for the formality, I wanted to just put that out there. Like you're getting married. Anybody object? So nobody objects, it seems like. So I mean, that's pretty much it. Anybody have any words that you would like to say before we close?
I would like to say that in relationships we are doing several stuff, and the other arms has been helping us in many issues. Also, in something that we are doing in the next weeks or month, they will help us with part of their budget. So I want to say thanks to the other arms, and that's all.
I'll second that. Thank you too. I mean, that's the spirit we want to incubate. Is we have this whole transparent, open budgeting process with everybody, but if you don't need it and you're sharing it with one another, that's teamwork, man. That's really important. We want to be able, sometimes you have more and need less and whatever. So I want to echo that thank you too for all of you guys being willing, not being greedy about everything, and knowing that we're all working as one team, even though we're working as individual subsections of that. I second that. Anything else? No? All right, cool. Well, this will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube. And if you guys have any questions, we will be doing an individual developer Zoom and an individual ambassador Zoom. So if you have any questions for any of the chairs, now that you have seen them introduced, you can either ask them on Telegram or you can bring them to attention and we can address them on the public Zooms. All right, everybody. Thank you.
See you guys.